live stream, as always. You know the rules. You know the rules. We play until I win. These are gonna be quick games. Yo, Nazu, hey man. Hello, hello. These are the rules. We play chess until I win a game. These are like 5-minute games. So real snappy. I'm gonna lose a lot. But most likely because I'm amazing, I'm gonna win on the first try. So, let's do this. I'm white. Oh, never mind, I'm black. We're gonna pre-move this. Oh, hey. Win lots and lots? Oh, I will. We're gonna do this first. Yep, we have to just match him. Okay, here we go. We'll force the take. And now we have an easy knight capture right here. Ooh, this is already looking spicy. This knight is pinned. Ah, just kidding. I have no idea what I am doing. So what do we do here? I think we just defend it, right? I mean, it is defended. I think we just throw this up. No, then... Let's see. We take it. Relieve some pressure off of this pawn. Gonna move this up here. That way we can push this pawn and defend, and then we need to develop real fast. Yeah, I think we do this. Push this here. We also can attack with the... I mean, it's unfortunate. Yo! Pam Canty, thank you for liking the live stream. Alright. I mean, the queen could have taken this. Let's see. I think we push this. Really? Okay. Let's try to develop here. Not looking good. We can trade. I was actually hoping for that because my king was pinned, so if he took here, I would have just lost a piece. So it's a little unfortunate, our situation. Yeah, this is a threat. Okay. Now we're gaining some momentum. And it frees up our square here. That's a scary position, yeah. I mean, the game's pretty even. He has a terrible pawn structure. I think my king is safe here. And I can actually go on the attack. What does that do? I think we just go on the attack, right? I think we go like... I think we just push. Our pawn is safe here. He can't do anything in this area. These two pieces are just locked back here. Pawn structure won't matter when stuff is happening in your terrain. Yeah, I agree. We just push our pawn. So now he's in check. We have this move. I think we just... No, then we lose our rook here. This is a tricky position. I think we just go like this.
We got another day of NBA action. And with FanDuel, every night is a watch party. So it's time for your FanDuel crew to make their bets.
Let's see.
So, what's the move tonight, gang? You know the new customers who bet $5 get $150 back in bonus bets? Woohoo! We're heating up, fam.
I think we go like this. This is free. But I'm threatening this.
New customers bet $5 get $150 back in bonus bets. Make every moment
oh yeah.
more.
I have no money. We can turn that off. Too broke for sure. So luckily he didn't see this. So when you're playing at this low of elo, man, like, it feels good. It feels good just to have your opponent blunder. There we go. There we go, guys. First win of the day. I played terrible, but luckily I played against someone else who also makes mistakes. So, bam. There we go. There we go. So good. That's our first win of the day. Let's get to it. So, today, we're going to be modeling something very difficult. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. I didn't believe either. I'm with you, Nezu. I didn't believe either. Nezu? I don't know how to say your name, but yeah, we pulled it out. That's why you never give up, because your opponent can make mistakes just as easily as you can. So we are on a mission to recreate a scene from Treasure Planet. This isn't just going to be any static image, okay? This is like full movie production, camera moving, stuff like that. So, we've already made a lot of progress. We've made a lot of the treasure already, this pile of treasure. Now let's make the throne. The throne upon which... What's his name? I can't remember what his name is. We can turn the music back up, though. Anyway, we're gonna make this throne that he's sitting on. And I honestly don't really know where to start. It looks like there's a cylinder for the base. But this shape is incredibly unique here. It's curved this way, but then it also has like prongs like a fork. 1 second. Yeah, and it's gonna be like a bowl so that he can sit in it. It looks like he has armrests here. I found someone who modeled this scene before. I don't particularly love the way they did it. I think they did a really good job, but the style of it is gonna be different from when I do it. But you can see kind of the shape that they did on this chair. Is this for a game? No, I am making a movie trailer for Treasure Planet. This is a movie called Treasure Planet, and I'm recreating it as a live-action movie trailer. So I'm modeling everything, but then I'm gonna green screen myself into it as one of the actors. We're gonna have music. It's a full like production here, so yeah. Yeah, man. Let's start with the back, maybe. Yeah, I think the goal is to first get a single plane in the shape that we want, and then we can solidify it, make it thick, cut out these prongs. I don't know. We might have to do a couple mock-ups of it. So I don't know if it'd be easier to start. I mean, it's gotta be easier to start with just a plane, right? Just a plane. And we can like rotate it on the X-axis, bring it up. I'm gonna hide this. You can see how that artist did it, but I like the original style way better of how it turned out. So if we come into this view here, we can actually make this show in front, but then turn down the opacity. There we go. So now when I scale this and stuff, we can get this pretty close to the original here. It's such like a complex shape. So we're just gonna be rough and loose with it at the beginning. So I don't know how far up the back goes because we don't really see that. But we could bring this up here. I don't know, this is probably where he sits. Okay. And now, like, bring out the base. Yeah. Alt-Z, I think? There's a shortcut useful for that? Alt-Z. I don't know if I trust you. What does Alt-Z do? Oh, like to make it transparent? Is that what you're saying? Opacity? Alt-Z? Yeah. I don't know. So you're saying I could have this in the back. And then Alt-Z. Okay, there you go. Hey, we learn new stuff all the time. Thanks, I had no idea. I'm gonna forget that it's Alt-Z, and like in a couple hours I'm gonna be struggling. I'm like, how do I make it so it's not transparent? I'm gonna forget. Nah, I'll remember. We got this. So what we could do here is I have a little I brought in a little model, and this guy is actually to scale. So what we could do is select both of these, and we could scale them down and place them kind of where I'm gonna have to apply the rotation. Kind of like where we think you'd be. It looks like we would need to scale it up a little bit. Yeah. So this seems about the right scale. The chair's gonna be even bigger, I feel like. So maybe we scale this down a little, because it's gonna have armrests and stuff. And we have to remember that this skeleton guy, he's like sunken down and smaller because he's a skeleton, opposed to when he was big. Of course, the skeleton should be taller than the guy. Yeah. I don't know. So I feel like this is the right scale. So if the skeleton was alive, his head would be up here, right? I mean, he'd be a big guy like this is. I don't know. His boots look huge, right? I mean, it's a cartoon, right? So the proportions aren't gonna be right. But that's okay. Yeah, so I think this is actually a good size right here. And then we're gonna have the arms come out and stuff like that. Okay. One of my lights went out. So we push this back a little bit. Let's bring this forward, make the base of our seat a little bit bigger. Do we want it even bigger? No. I mean, maybe like a little bit, right? Actually, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of it because this is gonna be curved eventually. So we're being loosey-goosey here. We'll probably remake this because it's not gonna look good, but we're just gonna roughly try to figure out how we're gonna do this. Did I just get carpal tunnel? Maybe. So then we have our sides. Sides come up like that. Then they're gonna extrude and get scaled out. Probably something like this, right? Like for a box, I feel like this is a good size of the throne. Now let's see. How did this guy do it? So he curved everything, and he widened the back of it so that the curve just goes straight into the back, like the curves don't stick out like this. It's almost like I need to be modeling a sphere. I don't know. Let's just play around with this just a little bit. So if we select all of these, and we bevel them, let's apply the scale. Kind of looks like that, except for we need to curve the back. Yeah, it's almost like we need a sphere. It's almost like he's sitting in a sphere. This is something that I'm like still new at with Blender 2, is like, how do I do these complex shapes that aren't just hard surfaces? I guess it's a hard surface, but that's curved and stuff. Maybe we subdivide it. Add in like a bunch of loop cuts here. I'm just gonna manually subdivide it because we're being loosey-goosey right now. And do I just then grab one of these points and turn on this and scale it? Or not scale it, move it back? Maybe I do this whole thing and I scale it. Maybe we go like this. Maybe we just select this and we just move it backwards. Like that. Let me do the same with the bottom. We're just experimenting here.
We got another day of NBA action. And with FanDuel, every night is a watch party. So it's time for your FanDuel crew to make their bet.
Got the ads going again. So I don't like the way this crease is showing in the back there. We could maybe bevel that before we do this. Maybe we should have beveled it before we subdivided it. I'm not exactly sure the best way. Smooth sphere. There we go. GZ. Oh, did it not save the sphere setting? I don't know, it's tricky. You could use other proportional editing modes too. I don't know how to do that. I meant like sphere. But that's what you did. The main shape of it's not a sphere though. So let me think. The back is curved, the bottom is curved. It's just a curve that's bent. So maybe we hide these. Maybe we add in a plane. And we scale it down. Scale it down here. So it's about the same size. And we lengthen it. Yeah, we can rotate on the X. So we're basically starting back with what we had here. So something like this. Actually, I'm going to scale it way bigger. And then we need to curve it. So what's the best way of curving this? Do we do it with, I think we could turn the music back on. So it's not just my own thoughts in my head. Would it be best to get an actual curve and deform the plane to the curve? Curving with proportional editing and loops is best? You mean the way I was doing it before? I mean, the skeleton's gonna be covering up the back corner of the seat, so if it's ugly back there, that's okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, is taking a cylinder. Taking a cylinder and then bending it. You know what, I actually might just do that, because that actually makes sense to me, and I think I know how to do that one. So we delete this, let's add in a cylinder. Scale it down to size. Put it like somewhere here, maybe a little smaller. Okay. So we squish it. Because I think it's not like a perfect circle. I think it's something like this. But then we're gonna have to scale it up a little bit because the sides really turn in here. If I were to keep this, let's see. I probably wouldn't keep all these that wrap around. It'd probably be from here to here or something. Maybe not even this one. Like just the back of it. Okay. So now we bend this, and there's a way to do that. Your desktop is interesting considering what you can do with Windows. Considering, what do you mean my desktop is interesting? Yeah, I mean, I feel like Windows has way more customability than Mac, but it's been a while since I've had a Mac. Yeah, so there's a way to bend this. What is it? Mesh, merge, split, bisect. I mean, do I have to YouTube it real quick? Rotate? No. Is it somewhere in here? I've seen it before. Here we go. Shoot to cursor. Bevel. No. It's gotta be like an extrude, right? Oh, I only have that selected. Is it this? No. Alt-E for that? I don't know, it doesn't look like basic Windows. It's Windows 11. I don't know, it's probably the new version of Windows. You know what? We might as well just YouTube it real quick, right? Okay, let's see. I mean, look how easy this is. Alright, bam. So he has a cylinder. Looks like he deletes the faces, selects the top edge, and puts the cursor on the point he wants to bend it around. And it's this tool right there. Okay. Okay, let's try it out. So I guess we delete this face. We're gonna wanna have it bend around this guy right here. Whoa. Did not want to add a random point. Okay. Delete face 1W. This guy. Yep. Snap cursor to selected. Select this whole row. What the heck? Do I just hit X? How did he rotate it? Why? What are my options here? Spin. spin. Can I select this and like move it? Does he just rotate this? Top left? Oh. There we go. Okay. I think I clicked some funny stuff here, so. Alright. Delete the face. Select the edge loop. Go here. We're gonna want it on the Z. Right? Why? Is it because I need to apply the scale or something? Like, why is it off to the side? Wouldn't it be dead on? Oh. I thought it was turning in the direction of the blue circle. Yeah, like this is weird. Is it because I have it on normal instead of global? Okay, there we go. There's like a million things like that in Blender where it's just like half your time is like figuring out what random setting you have turned on. Okay. Like that. Look at that. It looks good. Can I just hit like 90 or something? No? Can I hold down shift? There we go. It was control to snap it. Okay, cool. So this is giving us a curve back into a curve down here. And we can change the proportions a little bit. Like once we delete the faces. Oh, I lost it. Maybe I should go like this. Z. There we go. So once I delete the faces, I can extrude stuff and build out the handles on the side. Oh man, Blender is so confusing. Yeah, I try to learn all the shortcuts too, but there's just too much. There's too many things going on. But this is looking and feeling good. Okay. So let's bring back our model guy.
NBA action. And with FanDuel,
one day we'll be rich and be able to afford Spotify. That's the goal, right? So if he's like sitting here, I feel like it might need to scale up a little bit if we're going to be deleting out. We can flatten the bottom too. Like this is just the curve. This is just the curve. Yeah. I don't know. I think this could work. Okay, so let's make a new collection that we can add all this to. Throne. We'll put in our cylinder into it. We can close this down. And let's duplicate this. Just keep one for backup in case we mess something up here. But let's select all of these. So what do we think? Like that far apart? Yeah, I think that could be good. Okay. And let's separate by selection. Now we can delete this part. So this is the back of our throat. I actually think, hey, pretty good. Pretty good. And we can do things like flatten this out. Like, for example, we could do this, turn on proportional editing, and then just scale it on the Z. You know what I mean? Or we can flatten it out. So we can edit the shape of it a little bit. What happened? How did I lose my guy? So I feel like the back is pretty good. Obviously, we would extrude out the front a little bit more. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. Yeah, to flatten, scale, and Z. We're on the same wavelength. One step ahead of you. It actually turned out pretty good. I think so too. And I wonder if we were to remake this, because we're just playing around and experimenting right now, right? So we could extrude this out a little bit. And if we scale everything but on the X, no, but on the Y. No. Scale but everything but on the X. There we go. So scaling everything but on the X is changing how big the curve is in the back of it. Because I can always extrude it tall again. We have our same width. Man, this song is just so good every time I hear it. Okay. Something like that. And we could bring this back up tall. I guess not proportional editing for now. Bring this forward. Yeah, something like that. Vibing on the music carries? Yeah. Yeah, it does. 5 seconds, yeah. Yep. Okay. So, I mean, sizing. Hey, it's looking pretty dang good. It's looking pretty dang good. What was the trick? Alt-Z? I mean, it's feeling nice. We could scale it on the X just a little bit, maybe. Make it a little bit wider. I mean, we don't have to match it perfectly. I just want when people watch the trailer, I want them to feel like, hey, we're not trying to change anything or do anything fancy. They directly tried to follow inspiration from the movie. So one thing I'm noticing is, by the way this is turned, it looks like this is way deeper of a circle, right? Which doesn't make sense with the shading. Like, look at the light. The light comes in pretty flat. If it was this curved, like this gem is, the light would go whoop, right? And like this side doesn't look nearly as curved. So, I mean, it's an animation, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But what I'm saying is maybe we want the back to be a little bit more curved. what I'm trying to get at. Like just a little bit more. And is that because I scaled it? Scale on Y. I think that's because I scaled it. I mean, hey, this shape actually doesn't look half bad either. I know it's messing up like our perfect circle, but that's honestly okay. Let's see. So what would I do here? I'd probably like take all of this. We'll delete this. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Delete faces. Grab this. Scale on the Y. Y0. And then bring it out. Like to there. I don't know. We're experimenting, right? You'd probably want to take all of this and scale it on the Z a little bit. Flatten it out. Except for if you want to do proportional editing. Scale on Z. So now the question is do we want the back, like the armrests? So I like this curve a lot better. I feel like the curve matches this curve a little bit more. You should note shortcuts. You mean like what shortcuts I'm using? I feel like this is pretty good. Just to help remember. You mean you want me to say them out loud so that that others can learn them too? Is that what you're saying? No. So I really like the back. I really like the shape of the back. Now we just have to figure out how to bring in the armrests. And maybe the armrests are disconnected from the back? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. So, if I had armrests, how far over did I go in this one? That's what. Okay, so easy. So we bring up our armrests here. Then we can scale on the Z. Hey, with proportional editing, it kind of did a lot of the work for us. Scale on the Z, 0. Like this. So do we want it connected to the back? I don't know. Or would it be kind of cool to have it separated like this? We'll fix all these weird... Like this shape is weird, right? It's not a perfect square. We'll fix all that later. Not connected would be cool. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It kind of looks more space-like, you know? So if we grab these now, and we extrude them, and we scale on the X, and we want to turn off proportional. Scale on the X-axis. Bring them out like this. Why are those... Wait. Why are they not proportional? Why did they scale...
Picture waking up to clear,
scale differently?
vibrant mornings and diving into a day where
What the heck? Is this off-center? No, it's good. Maybe we do local for the scaling. There we go. Wait, no, it's still different. Yeah, so we have both of these. Scale on the X. Is it looking the same now? Oh, it's different because I selected one more edge back over there. Okay, let's see if I can undo far enough back to fix that. G. All right. There we go. So let's try this again. We're going to extrude it up. Something like that. And then we're going to turn on proportional editing and scale it on the Z till it hits 0. Then we bring up the sides a bit. Okay, like that. That's feeling good. Now, this is what I'm thinking. This is a cartoon, right? So we have to interpret this to where it'd be like real life. I'm just looking at this, and if he was dead and slumped back, his hands wouldn't be like this. He wouldn't have his hands like spread out. I don't know, maybe like rigor mortis. I'm just wondering if it's too wide. I mean, maybe he was a fatter guy than this guy, our model right here is. Maybe we need to like actually get a skeleton and bring it in. If we scale this down a little bit. See, like this, his legs are open and everything. Like if it was like this, I don't know, his legs are open. He's kind of slumped. He's kind of slumped back in his seat, like his butt is forward on the edge of the seat. He's slumped back into it, and his arms are like, ugh. So I feel like the scale before was okay. I don't know. We'll have to play around a little bit with it. Okay, so if I select this, I think I can smooth this out pretty easily. Our music back on here. See you, man. I gotta go. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, Baird, thumbnail from Treasure Planet? It sure is. So we're recreating Treasure Planet, but as a live action movie trailer. So we're trying to make it super realistic. Yeah. So if we... Is it relax? No, it's not relax. Is it flatten? No. I like want to smooth it out, you know? So what if I just select... No. What if it's like from here to here? Scale Z. Flatten. Bridge flatten. I just want there to be a nicer curve, you know? How do I fix this curve a little bit? Yo, woo! What's up? Is that how you come into every live stream? Yo, woo! I don't know, do I just eyeball it? Do I just bring these up to fit the curve a bit better? Like that? I mean, it looks a little better, right? We just come into sculpting, our sculpting tab here, and smooth it out. What do we do? The strength. Oh, way too strong. Let's do little bits. Okay. Looks a little bit smoother. I don't know. Maybe that's not like super important to figure out right now. And where did everything go? I just missed click. Yeah, no worries. Why are you making that? So, I've been working on these projects. I don't know if you've been following my channel much, but basically I'm going to recreate a scene from Treasure Planet, but as if it were a live action movie theater. Like a live action trailer. As if Disney were to do it. And I'm going to green screen myself into it. It's going to be moving camera, actual scene. So we've already modeled a lot of the treasure, and now we're just kind of modeling out the throne that this guy sits on. Yeah, so that's what the project is. That's what we're working on. We're trying to model the throne now. We've modeled a lot of the treasure. And this throne is such like an interesting and unique shape. It's causing issues, causing some problems. Okay, so if we edit this now, grab this side, grab this side, and now if we extrude it, whoops, G, Okay, so we extrude it, then we scale it on the z-axis, something like this. Yeah, it's a big project. Will look sick? I think so. Like, I want it to be as if it was hyper realistic. And this is a little cartoony, right? The proportions are all off. No one wears boots this big. So some of the things are gonna have to change. But we're trying to capture the essence here. So look at what we can do. We can grab this now. And we can bevel these. This song is also popping. That's some really good songs today. If I bevel this, okay, it separates it, which actually isn't too bad. That's looking kind of like the shape, right? I mean, we can add a modifier on here. Solidify. And we're gonna have it be on the other side. Even thickness. Let's see. Only rim? Fill. The thickness is way different on the bottom than it is on the top. I wonder if it's a scale thing. So if we apply scale, there we go. It was a scale thing. I tried Blender in 2021 during COVID. I know. I feel like the donut is where Blender goes to die. Like, people do that one and they just give up. The problem with the donut is it's like a long course, and it's a project that you're not interested in. You're just doing it to learn Blender.
We got another day of NBA action, and with FanDuel,
got more ads here.
For your fan.
Okay. So I actually taught myself Blender just by like working on projects that I was interested in. So yeah. I don't think it's for me. Yeah, that's okay, man. That is a-okay. You made it really thick. Pretty thick. Throne. Looking at this, it's not. I mean, it's still that thick. The bottom. There's levels. Hmm. So I like the thickness for the back here. What we could do is we could delete half of it. Like this half. Oh, I was like, why is it not selecting at all? Because I got that. So if we delete this half and then we throw in a mirror modifier. Now whatever I do to this side, it will do the same to that side. I really like seeing other people working. Yeah. I really like watching other people work on something that they like doing. It's one of the things that I enjoy. So I get what you're saying. Okay, so It has 3. Ooh, the 2 in the middle are smaller than the 1 right there. That's interesting. But it has 3 on each side. 3 prongs on each side. So we have like 1 prong, 2 prong, 3 prong. Except for that's not going to work. So if it's on these, 1 prong, 2 prong. So I didn't subdivide this appropriately. Let's think. Let's think of how we're going to do this. So if this is 1 prong, actually it'd be 1 prong, 2 prong, and then the third would be in here. So it'd be like this, I guess. 1, 2, 3. And those are evenly spaced. So when this guy modeled it, he made them all even. But I actually think it's kind of interesting how they did it in here. Where their 2 back here are a lot smaller than these ones. I don't know if that's just the perspective. No, it looks like these are actually bigger. If it was perspective, then the 2 in the back would actually be the biggest. And the distance between them gets smaller too. Like this is a big cutout, littler cutout, littlest cutout. It's hard to find some quality content in tutorials, yeah. I mean, I'm still working on the quality content part. But yeah, I get what you're saying. So I wonder if we subdivide it again right here. And it's actually these 2, these and that. Maybe we have the 2, because these 2 are the same size. Let's think. If we bevel, I'm thinking okay, so this is pretty good. I like where we are with this. So step 1. Then this one we're working on now is our step 2. And we're gonna copy this, hide the first one, and we'll name this step 3. Just so we have places that we can go back to if we make a mistake and realize we actually need to rework it. So now let's get in a loop cut here. And he's slumped down, so I think the loop cut starts here. And then it kind of curves up. So this one here, then this one here. Like this. So let's just see what this looks like. And we can turn the music back on so you're not just listening to my voice. Okay. So we're gonna delete this one. What are our prongs again? It's this one, this one. I think it's like that. I think that's how we're gonna do it. So we're gonna delete this, this, and this. Except for I don't like the shape of that. So So let's just delete it so that we can easily see what it would look like. I think it's... Gotta be more like that, shape-wise. I feel like the ones in the middle are too small. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for hanging out for a bit, man. They're just too small. I like the gap okay. I think that the gap's a good size. Like, let's just see what this would look like here. I mean, it's getting me excited. It's the circles just add so much to it. So let's see here. So let's undo all this. How far back can we go? Yeah. So that's why we saved our step 2 here. How do you slide an edge loop? How to slide edge loop blender. G. Yeah, let's try it. G. Okay. So that is working, but we're gonna have to start over anyway. So we're gonna delete this, come back here. I mean, this is why I made this step here. We won't have to rename it until we know we're gonna keep it. So this is what we have so far. I'm actually gonna bring this one back. Okay. And we will bevel these corners again. Just the edges, right? Vertices. I mean, it's gonna take some cleaning up, but that is okay. Alright. So this is what this one looks like. What do I want to change again? I want to move see here. What do we want to do? Maybe bring up this bottom one just a little bit. Bring up the bottom loop just a little bit.
We got another day of NBA action. And with FanDuel,
This one about here, and this one to here. Okay. So really this is way further down. It's like that. We don't have to copy exactly. It would be nice to get pretty close. So ideally, that's okay. I'm thinking. I feel like this one's a little too thick. So I would move over this side just a little bit. It requires moving both of those. So if we come in here, we turn on this. What it's gonna do is I'm moving this one and this one over. Like that. Yeah, it's still looking good. So let's try it out. Let's see. Wrong button. So we're gonna delete out this guy, these guys, and these guys. Delete faces. That's looking a little bit better space to me. If we bevel it, we'll clean up the weird way it looks. I mean, it's looking pretty good. Bring it down just a smidge. So one thing I noticed is the difference between these is a lot more. Like this one's a lot lower. You can see the line across. And this one is a lot lower too. I'm wondering mean to select this one. Just this one, this one, this one. Like that. Okay, so that's why it was breaking. Now it's looking good. So before I do that, I actually wonder if we should bring this one up a little bit. Like that. Just the shape feels a bit nicer. Even more, maybe? Have it be a little bit more dramatic. I don't know, let's try it. I was holding down control. That's what I was doing wrong. I mean, come on, guys. It's looking pretty nice here. Okay. And then we're gonna bring all these down. Like that. I mean, look how... I think it looks awesome. Yeah, I'm happy with it. And now if we add in our solidify. Shade smooth, shade auto smooth. So we have some shading things that we can work out. For sure. I mean, but guys, this is just... I'm getting pretty excited, if you can't tell. So the arms... Solidify. So we're gonna have to rework the arms for sure. Let me see. So if I delete these. So I really like the back. Like the back is done. Just because I'm curious. What if we add in Yeah. I'm just excited about this. I'm just gonna add in a gem to see. We need to apply rotation as well. Oh, it's not on. I have to apply the rotation and the scale. that's not what I want. Keeps wanting to rotate. Rotate on the X, 90. Rotate on the X, 90. There we go. Apply rotation. Now when I do it, rotate X, 90. There we go. A little bit of finicking, but finally got it. I mean, look, it's just so good. I mean, I know I can do mirror modifiers and stuff, but yeah. Oh yeah. I'm feeling good about it. For sure. I feel like the only thing that we really need to work out now. First of all, we're gonna have to interpret the top somehow. I don't know if it should be like a perfect sphere or something. Or if it should be something like this guy did. Where he just cut it off. See, he had all of them perfectly even. I feel like ours is way more interesting. I like what he did with the bevels and the details around the pockets. Okay. Yeah, I think it's good. So the only thing that we really need to think about is the base. I like the curve of it. I like the size. I think we just need, like, the arms I don't like. So fix the arms, add the base here that goes down into the pile of gold, and the top. Okay. Pretty good. All right, everyone.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is...
Everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching the live stream. I feel like we made some pretty good progress. I'm getting pretty tired. It's like almost 10 o'clock at night where I am. So, yeah, I think we're going to call it there. Obviously, this is rough, right? Like, this is rough. We got all this ugly stuff here. But we're going to clean all this up. We're going to make it all look real nice. I wonder if we add a subdivision surface, what would happen? Interesting. What if we added it before the solidify? I don't know. Cleaned up a little bit. We can experiment with that. For the top, I wonder if I'm going to have it curve back around into like a little dome. Like he's almost sitting inside of a... I don't know. We'll have to come up with something. I think we can do better than that other guy did, though. Cool. Everyone, thank you for watching the live stream. You can support me on Patreon. All of these models that I'm making, I'm putting on Patreon for you to use as well. So Patreon's definitely the best way to support me, or just keep watching the videos and live streams. That works too. I'm gonna head out, but thank you guys. Have a good night.